So before we get into our information and updates about these drones, orbs, or whatever, I find it very interesting, right, that the FAA and the Department of Homeland Security still are saying that these drones do not pose a threat, right? So forget what they're saying. What are y'all saying? What do y'all think? Do they? How do you feel about it is what I want to know. Let's get into it.
Elon is, look, he's oddly sly about this stuff. He, outwardly dismisses UFOs. He said, well, if they're there, they're very subtle. That's
One might expect that, but okay.
But I just feel like with his contracts with NASA and being involved in SpaceX, he can't talk crazy.
Yeah.
He talks crazy so much about other stuff, but when it's in this, fucking multi-billion-dollar company that he runs, I don't think he can fuck around.
No.
I don't think he can. If it was something that he had no interest in at all in terms of like financial interest and business interest, I'm sure he would be commenting on it, but he's not commenting on it at all, which makes me go, and I don't think he's going to tell me. I don't think I can call him up because I got a big mouth. I think he knows. I'll be out here talking about a guy I know.
Can't tell a joke.
Elon is.
Now, that's interesting because I've been saying the entire time, right? Elon has been extremely quiet. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen the tweets at least. So if y'all got them, tag me in them. But he's been extreme. And that's very odd to me that he's been so quiet. Anything else, he has his opinions. He makes his comments. He has his theories. He has a weird way of also, if you watch his interviews like I do, he'll say it in a way that makes more people come up with even more theories about the topic. You know what I mean? And he'll make certain jabs at certain governmental agencies and stuff like that. But for this, I'm seeing silence. So to me, his silence is just so loud to me. And it's interesting, Joe Rogan's take on why he possibly doesn't speak in this. That makes a lot of sense of why he doesn't speak on topics such as these.
A Navy weapons station in New Jersey now confirms multiple cases of drones entering its airspace. The Garden State's newly elected Senator Andy Kim posted this new video of lights hovering near a reservoir in his state. And former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan posted this video today showing what appear to be large drones circling his house last night. The White House, Pentagon, and FBI have all said while they do not know what these objects are, there's no evidence of a threat.
We are now seeing these drones all over the entire world. Not just New Jersey, not just the Northeast. It's literally all over the country and more so all over the world. So this is a longer video and I'm really just going to ask you guys to comment, like, share. There's so much uncertainty in the world. There's so much chaos right now. We don't know what's coming next. And I think we can all feel that energy. I think the most important thing we can do is build a community with each other. Save this as a reminder, share it with somebody who needs it, and comment. What do you think is going on? What questions have you asked? These drones are breaking protocols. No one's taking responsibility. And somehow we don't even know how this tech works because they don't give off any heat signature. And they're flying around for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours at a time, which is insanity. And we don't even have the technology readily available for a drone on a battery to fly for more than 30 minutes at a time. But with all
Does anyone other than myself find it odd that Elon Musk, who has built SpaceX, which is now larger than NASA, who has built a space center called Starbase in Texas, who has billions of dollars worth of contracts with the U.S. federal government to build rocket and propulsion systems and also keep up Starlink, which is an intricate satellite network that completely encases the Earth, who has all this technology at his beck and call and has all the right connections, has yet to say one word regarding the drone situation, which is now all over the U.S. It initially started in New Jersey, but now it's everywhere from coast to coast, including Texas. Elon Musk hasn't said anything about it. Well, could that be because of the secret briefing? What secret briefing, you ask? Well, the U.S. House Intelligence Committee was recently briefed in a private meeting by the U.S. intelligent alphabet agencies. You know, the ATF, FBI, all those. And they were given the lowdown on the drone situation. But this meeting was in private. Why was it in private? Can the American people not handle the truth? Why isn't any of this meeting being released? Can we not handle the truth? Why is it in secret? Bottom line is, the U.S. federal government is behind all of this. And we are not privileged to know.
Good morning. Let's talk about the drone, because I got a lot to say. Many of you may or may not know that I am an FAA licensed drone pilot. Say that one 5 times fast. I have a hobby drone that I fly for funsies, mostly because I live at the ocean and it's cool and I travel to cool places. So anybody can purchase a drone and fly a drone. There are restrictions on where you can and cannot fly, but most areas, as long as they're not near an airport, military installation, or a hospital, things like that, you can fly near, as long as they don't have like their own fly zone. When you open a drone, right, to control it, it won't let you fly where you can't. And it won't let you go higher than the 400 feet you're legally capped at with your drone. If you are in an area that's restricted, your drone won't even take off. But imagine my surprise when doing some investigative research, learning that Elon Musk's brother bought a huge, large-scale drone business a few years ago. In 2022, he bought a company that does those drone sky shows. Awfully convenient. Now, I don't like to deal in conspiracies and what ifs and whatnot, but not for nothing, I fully believe Elon is behind him. And the ones that are taking place like in other parts of the country are just people like me who are petty as fuck wanting to fuck with their neighbors, because I sure as shit charged my drone this week so I can fuck with the QAnon lady. So I'll let y'all know how that goes.
I actually want to read that article that she had posted, because that's interesting. Elon Musk brother buys Intel fireworks replacing drone biz. Yet another sign x86 giant has moved past era to focus on core chip business. She's in a way I can't really read it. So I'm going to go read this article because I want to know, bro. Like, why leave that out? Why doesn't anybody know that? I feel like stuff like that gets suppressed and pushed back and nobody knows information like that. That throws a monkey wrench into the situation. That could explain the silence from him as well, that a lot of us are wondering why he's so quiet. That's interesting. Not saying that that could happen, but I like that. I like to know that information, though.
There's something very beautiful in the idea of rural people out in the middle of nowhere being so worried a drone is going to come spy on them that they get really dramatic about a helicopter showing up to do absolutely nothing except exactly what it was doing, which is going somewhere else. Just saying, like, if that's not the height of narcissism, I don't know what is. You're literally not doing anything. You're in your shed, woodworking or carving up your latest victim. It's the only reason I could possibly think that you're worried about a drone, because you literally have no idea what else is going on in the world. Someone please include these people in literally anything. Invite them to brunch. Invite me to brunch. There's something very beautiful.
And see, it's okay to, because I totally disagree with her. Because I'm worried about a drone or wondering what's going on doesn't mean I don't know what's going on in the world. You can scroll down my timeline and see we pay attention to everything. We were looking with bird flu, or we'll dabble into tech and see what's going on. We just recently looked into farmers to see what they have going on. So I am the prime example of that is not truth. Farthest from the truth. You know what I mean? I look into everything. What's going on with the Canadian housing market? I'm I'm so ADHD with everything because that's how my brain operates. I need to look and know what's going on everywhere. So that doesn't apply to me. Moving on.
I don't know. The skies are super busy tonight. This is a video from New Jersey. It's December 23rd, Monday night. I'm telling you right now, I really think this next week we're going to start seeing something. I just feel like I don't know if we'll get answers from our government. I don't know, but we're coming to the end of this year, right? And I don't know if something's going to happen. I would think it's going to happen soon. I'm going to go out after my live, probably around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or so, and check out the skies here in Rhode Island. But it's only 6 p.m. right now, and it's already busy over in New Jersey. It's crazy.
See, with everything going on and everything we have coming up, you know, you got the holidays right now, New Year's. Like, it's kind of like you're almost holding your breath, waiting on the other shoe to drop because you don't know if something could catastrophically happen. And if it was, you're looking at, okay, when would they do it? You're thinking in your mind, if something's going to happen, when will it happen? Will it happen on Christmas? Now you're nervous on Christmas. Will it happen on New Year's? Okay, you worried about that. Okay, we got the inauguration coming up. All right, we're on pins and needles for that. Like, this is why they need to say something, because everybody's now is kind of like holding their breath to figure out, okay, is something going to happen? And if so, when will it happen?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
From the Coast Guard, who said that one of their 47-foot motor lifeboats was followed by between 12 and 30 of these drones as they went through the water.
These are 6-foot drones that are somehow evading our detection. They are not being detected.
One family claims they followed a drone in their car, and while it hovered above them, the clock in their car changed times.
Some of the FBI agents that have been assigned to look into this.
I put my drone up in the air and went towards it. I had full battery life. Not 3 minutes into the flight, I lost control of the drone.
We're concerned about it too, which is why we have the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI. My goodness, looking at this, and we're taking it seriously. And we.
All right, giving you all an update. Listen, I have to start off like this. I think I was like a lot of Americans. I was really, really skeptical about these UAP/drones and whether or not they were real, whether or not it was AI footage or what. You know, I don't quite understand the whole AI thing. But listen, we took the boat out the other night. And we were out there for a very long time in 18-degree weather, and the actual feel-like temperature was 7 degrees. We were in very dangerous conditions, being that if something were to happen to the boat or someone were to fall overboard, you probably have less than 90 seconds with hypothermia kicking in that you would just go into shock. So to answer your question, these drones are real. These UAPs are real.
And see, I respect him for that. He was skeptical at first, which a lot of people are, and I don't blame them. You know what I mean? Not everybody has done and looked into things as extensively as we have. We've been doing this for a long time, right? And we've been called crazy for it, but it is what it is. But he came back and was like, you know what? This stuff is real. This ain't no game. This ain't no joke. This isn't AI. This isn't none of that. And I respect them for that, for being able to come back after being skeptical and say, nah, this is actually the real deal, Holyfield. I respect that out of them.
So whatever happened to the drones in New Jersey? Did they just disappear? Did everyone just stop talking about them? Did people stop looking for them? Here's the deal, folks. So many reports came out talking about these drones. We don't know what they are, where they're flying. And then over time, because people were starting to see things that weren't drones or were drones, people got confused. Now they just got bored. And so you're probably not going to be seeing any more reports about drones in New Jersey. For the most part, at least according to the official press releases from the FBI and FAA, mostly about 90% of the things flying in the skies in which people reported were either manned aircraft, or other kind of aircraft that are allowed to be flying at that time. And
That's interesting. And the reason why I say that's interesting, then why are a lot of people's videos being taken down? Why is that? If it's nothing and it's just, planes, aviation, all this other type of stuff, then why when people go to talk about it, their videos are being removed or certain things they're saying or information they're divulging, why is it being taken down? It's nothing though, right? It's nothing. It's nothing. That's what I hear a lot. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
Hello, my name is First Lieutenant Lotuja. I am currently with the Ohio National Guard. I was formerly an enlisted and officer in the active duty side of 7 years. Today's date is December 13th, Friday, 2024 at approximately 15:20 Eastern Time. I have some information about the current drone events that are happening across the country that I would like to share in hopes of putting some worried minds at ease. The drones belong to Santa Claus, and he is checking to make sure that...
Why did I know she was going to do something crazy like that? Why? Why? I'm not even going to edit this out the video because I want y'all to experience the same feeling that I have right now. Why did she? I had that feeling, but I didn't know. I wasn't 100% sure. Wow.
Right?
No.
It's going higher. Let's see if they keep going. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's gotta be it. Do you see like green at the bottom?
See if you can get a better video of it than me. No.
Like, I commend them for being able to hold the camera steady a little bit, My hands would be shaking. Oh my gosh, my nerves would be bad watching this thing just hover because I don't know if it's staring back at me, studying me, analyzing me, what it's doing, my house. I don't know. There's so much unknown about this thing that, bro, yeah. The best way for me to view these things is online. Standing out there with my phone, bruh, As soon as I think it's looking at me, I'm going back inside.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
looks like a line with a dot in the middle. I did!
It just vanished. I just watched it vanish from the telescope.
Yes, that happened to me too.
Quick drone update, the only thing that makes sense. Been listening to the news all day and reading articles and everything. Supposedly there was 2 nuclear warheads from the Soviet era that went missing from Ukraine. And there's a couple sources that say at least one of them is here in the United States, somewhere along the I-70 corridor, which makes all the sense in the world. And one person that actually owns a drone company that makes drones for the U.S. military absolutely confirmed 100% today that they put radiation detection on them and gas sniffing detection on them. That's why they're flying so low. So far, with everything that I've heard on all the speculations as to what the hell these things are doing, where they're from, why they're here, this makes the most sense, to be honest with you. The U.S. government doesn't want to scare the rest of the population, and they are looking for a nuclear warhead that is possibly in our country. Yes, TikTok, I said possibly. This is all just, I'm just relaying what I heard today. It's all speculation.
All right, we are out here, and it's getting increasingly foggier, which is obviously making it difficult. I mean, look at that, it's all fog. Very, very tough to see anything. There are some planes off in the distance over there. You can see those. Those are planes, not drones. Hoping that it clears up a little bit. I'm gonna hang out here for another hour or so. The problem is I have to use my phone to control the drone. So I'm not able to record with the phone and record the drone, if that makes sense. So I'll have to use like my DJI action camera or GoPro, or just record the footage and upload it later. But there's a lot of activity, but I'm looking at it now and it's definitely all planes. So I'm just kind of waiting for some shit to happen. I'll report back. All right, we are out here, and
salute to everybody who's going out on their own that had drones. I wish I had one. I'd try to put one in the air, get some footage for y'all too if I had one or knew how to use one. Like that girl that had the drone and she was speaking earlier, and everything she knew, she informed so much information that I didn't even know that you had to know about drones and before you fly drones, and the fact that your drone, if you in certain areas, won't even take off. That's all news to me. So salute to everybody that's on the ground, but be careful. So I don't want y'all receiving no emails or nobody pulling up in these black vans and saying they from Project Bluebeam or something like that. So y'all be careful though.
So if you've been keeping up with these mysterious drone sightings, you've likely heard about the Project Bluebeam, which is a plot from the government. I'm going to give you a bit of information about the theory, and as I always say, I went down the rabbit hole so you don't have to. So because of all these drone sightings across the United States right now, and yes, that's right, it is now across the country, the sightings are, and not just in New Jersey or the East Coast. But because of all these sightings, people are trying to figure out exactly what they are. I stated in a video yesterday that our government is saying there's no threat because I 100% believe that our government knows exactly what they are, which is why there's no threat. I think they may possibly even be our drones, the United States. Is our government behind all of this? In my opinion, yes, I do believe so. But let's go back to this Project Bluebeam theory. The theory was first proposed by a Canadian journalist named Serge Monast, and this theory alleges that the global elites are planning to fake supernatural events like alien invasion. The theory thinks that they are doing this in order to establish a totalitarian world government. People who agree with this theory believe that advanced holographic technology will be used in order to project or place images of religious figures in the sky. They also believe they may try to insinuate extraterrestrial invasions. The theory also alleges that the entire reason for the global elites to do this is to manipulate our thoughts as humans. That would then create a direct illusion of communication with the deities. This would then justify authoritarian control. Some people believe that the elites are planning to use advanced technology to stage these celestial events in order to manipulate the world's population as well. The elites will literally fake or stage an alien invasion in order to create a new world order. Believers of this theory believe that the world's most powerful people plan to covertly thrust society into chaos and panic with these fake, fabricated, put-on supernatural events. months. They will then seize control of the world with this new hysteria going around. Now, there are allegedly several stages of this Project Bluebeam. In the first phase, it said that earthquakes will reveal previously undiscovered objects that would insinuate that world religions are alive. Then you'll have the holographic projections that simulate the return of divine figures. They will be customized to each region of the world depending on their religious beliefs. These projections of divine or religious figures will then be broadcast into the sky, and they will be followed by the revelation of a single unifying God for all people. Then they say that our thoughts as humans will be controlled by new age technology that allows people to think that they are communicating with real gods. It would then be complete after that simulated alien invasion would justify the elites of the world seizing complete control.
Wow. Now, two things that stuck out to me, right? The earthquakes. Right before all this drone activity took place, we were hearing about an earthquake that had just taken place on the West Coast, right? That was pretty interesting. That stuck out to me. Among other things that really stood out. And then the other thing, mind control. The mind control. First thing I thought about was Neuralink, the chip that Elon Musk is implanting into humans. And wow. Not saying any of this has anything, but just what it does to my mind and the dots that my mind connects to what she's saying and what she's reading from Project Bluebeam. I'm pretty sure y'all can connect more dots to this as well, and events that have taken place and technology that we've seen that has come out, and just wow. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. We had that part of the movie where it's scary. It's scary for us right now. And you just want to see what happens next. That's all we can pretty much do at this point. We got to wait and see what happens next.